So today is the 24th of July and I'm running a little bit behind for this update, but I thought I would give you guys an update on my goals for, I guess, what people tend to call a mid-year freakout. So yes, what have I done in Q2 and what do I plan on doing in Q3 and Q4 if we're gonna talk corporate language on YouTube, and what are my plans in terms of my writing and in terms of my life. So without further ado, we're back on my Notion page, which you may have seen before because I made a video when I first made it and then I made an update video after the end of Q1. We're running a little bit late for this end of Q2 update, but to be fair, July has been a bit of a slower month and I've not done much. So as a reminder to myself, my word of the year was lagom. I don't know how to pronounce it right. I have tried many times. I'm probably still saying it wrong, but it is I believe a Swedish word of just having the right amount. So the idea for my year is less is more, épuré, peu mais bien, which means little but well. Which is more like longer term thinking. So that was the concept I wanted to live by this year, which is to just be a little bit more careful with things like my spending or how many words I write, because I don't need to overwrite things, but just quality is more important, essentially. Quality more important than quantity. And then I set up mindset goals and tried to translate them into tangible goals. So for my writing, my mindset goal this year is to have less word count based challenges, more high quality writing, less projects, more quality time on each of them. So currently I'm still in the middle of writing Rules of Survival, which is its new title, and I have been doing videos about it. So it's my brand new drafted project. And I guess I have not been doing any querying. So in my tangible goals, I had some idea that I would start The Art of Summoning Demon Book 2. I really doubt it's gonna happen this year. And I'm increasingly thinking of going down the self-publishing journey for The Art of Summoning Demons Book 1 because I've not seen many results. I've also just lost motivation myself, as in Q2 I didn't do much querying at all. I barely did any at all. I did a bunch the first month and then I got all the rejections and then I stopped and I was like, I don't think this book is gonna sell, because that's the problem, is it's gotta be marketable. There's gotta be something that agents are gonna believe that they can sell, and currently I see myself as being able to sell it because I still believe in it enough to want to self-publish it and to write book 2. I still love this book, but I just don't think that this is big marketable, and currently I'm really starting to look at the self-publishing journey. This is gonna become a Q3 goal, is to look at the self-publishing journey. And I'm gonna get rid of this goal because this is not gonna happen, let's be honest. I still think I could do these to finish draft 1 of Knights of Death. I just added Alien after Snowstorm, but it's not Project Snowstorm, it's Project Alien, which has become Rules of Survival. So I'm just gonna add that, Rules of Survival. And I think I want to add a new goal to it, which is to finish it, because I definitely think I'm gonna finish this draft 1 this year. One of rules, I can't write, survival. So I had some social media goals which are linked to my writing because my social media is basically about my writing. So I wanted to focus on less social media platforms and have maybe more intention in what I publish and have maybe less YouTube videos but better content. I think forgetting again that July is a slump month, and by slump I think it's a bit harsh. If anything, it's a break month. It's the summer break. Everyone needs one, not just school kids. But essentially, have I been doing a solo stream once a month? I still have been doing it. We're doing one right now. I'm filming this during my solo stream of July. So that's still happening. That's still going. And I certainly did not post on TikTok once wait, did I? Maybe I did. I did this last time as well, where I was like, let me go check. I know I posted this month because I posted my little journey to Edinburgh. And what did I post? When did I post this? This was in May. So I didn't post anything in June. I did not post anything in June, so that's a fail. So this one, I'm gonna try that again. So that's an extra little goal for me, is to try and actively do that next month. I have more ideas now, so maybe I should generally do it. In terms of books, I wanted to buy less books that I'm not actually going to read, and to try and focus on the current DBR that I have and buy the books that I want to read next every time. I'm still not there yet. That's a long-term goal. But in order to do that, I thought I should read at least 25 books in 2025. That would not be Kindle Unlimited type of books or rereads, because these are cop-outs for me, and my goal was to sort of enjoy reading and discovering new things again. And I feel like as much as I have a lot of pleasure in reading some Kindle Unlimited trash, but on the other hand, I never really remember them. They're not memorable reads to me. And I like being able to, when I'm having conversation with people and we're talking about books, being able to tell them like, hey, I read this book this year and it was amazing. And I'm not going to do that with the KU trash that I've read. I'm not going to do that, let's be honest. So in April, I did read quite a few Kindle Unlimited books, which were from some Alien series. But then I also read Mr. Magic in April. And then I read The Story Grid, which is a craft book that I read with Stieg. And then in June, I read the Tokyo Zodiac Murders with my brother. I read Murder in the Family and Horror Hotel. I did not read anything in May, but I read 3 technically in June. And then in July, I already finished one other book, Miss Wonderful. So I think we're still very much on track for my read 25 books in 2025. We're still doing okay. I don't really have anything to update here, like in terms of notes. And then only buy 1 book a month, 12 total. I bought this when I was on holiday, so that counts as a June book, which is the Polar Earth Club, and I think I'm gonna get rid of it because I can't read it. I'm so bored. I'm finding the writing really boring. So I don't think this is for me, but I did technically buy it. And I think that's it. I don't see anything else on my shelves. So I don't think I bought any other book than that. So I feel like I'm doing really good with that. Buy 1 new book a month only. Now the next category, interestingly, clothes. I failed and then I didn't fail. So let me explain. My goal for clothes in general was to buy less items and to buy better quality items, to focus more on luxury items maybe that could last a lifetime rather than poor quality items that will not last long at all, barely a season, and to buy items that makes more sense with my new fashion identity, that sort of work within my wardrobe rather than a trend I've just seen on Instagram. I had this goal that I decided I've already succeeded at, to not buy during 6 months of the year and to only buy during the other 6 months of the year. So I ticked off one of them and not the other. Technically, I bought some items in June, and that was allowed because that's pretty much when I decided to buy a few items for holidays, because I was going away to my in-laws' beach house, and then we had a wedding, so I needed a wedding guest dress. So there's a couple items I bought, but I think they were all pretty much in June, so we're doing good. So this is still working. Now the thing about save for bigger pieces, think of pieces that I want, have a wish list, and then I had some ideas. This I'm gonna get rid of. I'm literally just gonna get rid of this. But I'll leave the save for bigger pieces here. And I am gonna tick it off because I want to tick off one thing. Mostly because I bought one item I'm really happy with, which is an Away bag from the brand called Away. I've stashed it away. Funny. And essentially I needed a new carry-on bag that would be useful for smaller weekend trips type of things. And I used it for when I went to Edinburgh, and then I used it again for the wedding I went to last weekend. And it's been really perfect for that kind of stuff. It's a bit heavy, it's on the heavier side, it's not a suitcase, you can't roll it, but it holds so many more items than I expected, and it's perfect for like a weekender bag, and actually maybe more than a weekend. So I've been loving it, and that was quite expensive. That was a bigger spend. I think it was like 160 or something, and I felt good about spending my money on it, because I was like, that's the point of having saved a little bit of that money for clothes, is to put it into a piece that is more expensive, something more luxurious, exactly this. So I'm happy with it. And then I had another goal to declutter my wardrobe every quarter at the end of March. I think I did that at the end of June. I did not do that, but I do have a huge bag I still have yet to take to charity shops, so I should be doing this. So technically, I did not do this one. Finally, my last goal was finance. My financial goal was to spend less money in order to do more later and to invest more money for the future to become more financially free in the long term. Now, this was very timely because if you've seen one of my other videos, I had a little mental breakdown for a second because my company went through redundancies and my role was at risk and I did not end up being made redundant. I'm still there. I'm still working there. But for a hot second there, I did not know what my future was going to look like, and it was very, very scary. So I was very, very happy that I have been doing this diligently, because suddenly I was like, with my own money, I can handle 2 full salary months. So 2 months where I spend exactly the same way that I have been spending without worrying about money, if that makes sense. And if I were to be tighter with money and be more careful, probably 2.5/3 months. And then obviously I have people supporting me and I'm not by myself. I'm very privileged, so I wasn't too scared, but I was scared for other reasons, including the fact that I did not want to have to look for another job. This job had a lot of benefits that I was really happy with, and I did not think I would find them elsewhere, including being fully remote. But anyway, the savings thing has been good, and I think investing 200 per month in my Vanguard account was paying off as well, even though I stopped doing this in Q2, but I did save that money elsewhere instead, just because of the state of things, aka when the orange men came into power and things were looking weird and suddenly stocks were looking not so great. So it's back up now. It's back up now to where it was before, so I'm really happy with that. But I did not invest any more in there. I just put that money elsewhere and invested it in my emergency fund instead, which is a high yield savings account. So it's still benefiting me for things like potentially being made redundant. So it's an emergency fund that I need as well anyway. So I'm counting this as successful still. Now, saving for house stuff, none of that has happened. For instance, one of the things that money has gone into is Edgar had a little incident where he decided to eat a rock while on holiday. This is the culprit, and yes, I have in fact kept the rock that he ate and was unable to poop. So out of hours emergency surgery had to be accounted for. We are insured, we still have not seen the money back, but we also had to pay an excess and a copay and all of that. So some of it went into that. So for sure, I had suddenly had less money for the house and things in the house. I think this one I'm just gonna leave alone because I just want to save for house stuff in general. Basically just anything. I need to be able to do something to the house, any of these. So I'm deleting the sub goals, just keeping in mind there's other smaller things that need to be done. So yeah, that's the reality of it. So all in all, I'm feeling pretty happy with how my goals are going. I feel like I've still managed to do quite a few of them how I wanted to do them in Q2. I'm still looking forward to the rest of the year and hopefully completing some more of them. In terms of my writing goals, I'm mostly excited about being able to finish a new draft of a brand new project. And also I'm very much itching to jump back into older drafts. So I would love, love, love to be able to get back into An Office for Monsters, for instance. That would be really nice. And I think I'm going to start looking at self-publishing for The Art of Summoning Demons and what that entails and how much work I need to do and what needs to get done, all of the above. So that's going to take me a little bit of time. But other than that, I'm feeling, if anything, quite good about my little break from things this month. That just means Q3 is going to look a little bit sadder, but that's fine. That just means some less things will be done. On that note, I hope that you enjoyed this update on my goals. I hope you guys are doing great with your goals this year as well. Let me know how you're doing down in the comments. I would love to hear about your goals, your year, what's happening for this mid-year freakout, all of the above. Consider subscribing to my channel, liking this video if you like this kind of content, ring that bell, all that jazz, and I will see you guys in the next one.